But first, before we go to New Hampshire, I just want to get something off my chest and talk about a very bad idea, something called a fiscal commission coming out of Washington, D.C. For some reason, Republicans like Texas Congressman Jody Arrington, head of the Budget Committee, been pushing to get this through, a fiscal commission. Terrible. It's a tax trap. We've had these goofy commissions down through the years. The trouble with these so-called bipartisan commissions is that they start raising taxes at the very first meeting, even before the first cup of coffee has been poured. So Republicans now should not be lulled into falling for yet another phony fiscal commission. Better to give President Trump a strong Republican Senate and House so that the fiscal committees can do their job rather than rely on left-wing Democrats. Meanwhile, let's talk about this dreaded fiscal commission coming out of Washington, D.C. Nothing but a tax trap. Let's talk to Grover Norquist, president of Americans for Tax Reform. Grover, why do Republicans fall for this kind of nonsense time and time again? It's like, here they go again.
They haven't yet, but the problem is spending. The problem is spending. The problem is spending. And we have Senator from Utah, Mitt Romney, coming out with a commission which will recommend tax increases and go around the Ways and Means Committee on the House, which the Republicans control, and Chairman Smith would never allow a tax increase through. He's made the commitment never to raise taxes, and yet there is this commission they want to put forward, which does two things. It says, forget about the trillions the Democrats spent that brought us this inflation. That's not what we want to talk about. Let's talk about tax increases, because talk about trying to stab President Trump in the back to damage the Republican majority in the House and put it at risk. A Republican Party that gets talk, if Romney is allowed to get put forward in front of Congress, say, let's talk tax increases, and he testified on the House side for his bill, said, tax increases are on the table. Everything's on the table. You want a 100% death tax? You want to take the corporate income tax above China? No tax increases off the Romney tax increase proposal.
I think actually, Grover, I think we have some sound, Mitt Romney soundbite on this. Take a listen, Grover. You're going to love this.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Revenues as well as spending. There are other ideas. There's an arbitrage idea that's been put forward by a couple of senators. So basically all ideas are open.
Including revenue.
Including revenue, yes.
You know, Grover, I could go for higher revenues if you lower tax rates and grow the economy at 4%. Now, that's my kind of revenues. I don't think that's what Senator Romney was talking about.
No, it's not. They're talking about tax increases. This will destroy the Trump tax cuts.
Yep.
It will put an end to continuing the Trump tax cuts, because that's on the table. And then they'll go back, and what is it the Democrats will want to take away? The Trump tax cuts that brought us economic growth. That's what will be on the cutting board. So we need economic growth. We don't need higher taxes, and we need spending restraint. The modern Democratic Party, in power for the last 3 years, has been spending like crazy. They want to take that off the table during the debate, during the campaign, and trick some Republican into saying something about a tax increase, and Romney's volunteered already. And then they'll say, that's the Republican plan. Tax increases on Social Security.
Yeah,
tax
right.
increases on your income.
Right.
Spending's the problem.
Spending's the problem. Grover Norquist, thank you ever so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.